Hey guys, Lisa here with your reading for the week, starting Sunday, May 8th and up till Saturday, May 14th. So I don't know about you, but I am loving the sun just in time for Mother's Day. I hope all you mothers have a beautiful weekend. So I have your reading for the week, and as I am working on the information for the week, be thinking about whether your special angel message is from angel number 1, angel number 2, or angel number 3. And I will do those at the end. So here we are. The beginning of the week on Sunday calls us to continue working on detoxing. So the fairy card is detoxification, which goes with the angel card of enchantment. And when I look at the enchantment card, which I threw out first, it looks like the bark was going whoop, like it was stretching and releasing and stretching and releasing. And I was really drawn to how the horse, or the unicorn rather, its breath is just really visible in that card to me. So it looks to me like it's going to be really important to be detoxing, to think about how to take care of our skin, because trees are the skin, or bark is the tree. Bark is the skin of the tree. And I looked it up because I just kept seeing this weird thing about how the bark was stretching, and sure enough, as a tree grows, these other parts of the tree get pushed out and the tree bark expands, and it's these old parts of these transportation mechanism of nutrients in the tree that becomes the bark on the outside. So I think it's going to be really important to detox through our skin, through our breath, and then in water. So also I would add that it's going to be important to think about what are you allowing in your life that is toxic. Are there people who are toxic? Do you have thoughts about yourself that are toxic? And so that's what I kept seeing, is from the inside out. So you're looking at all levels of the detoxification process, and you want to use all of the methods. You can look up on YouTube on detox breathing. There's lots of videos on that. You can look up different detox baths that you can take with either Epsom salt or baking soda, or all kinds of things that you can find a good recipe for. So that is Sunday on into Monday. And we've got a shorter spread this week because the angel said it's important to focus on these things and not so much a card for every day. So that's one of the things from Sunday. And then as we move on into the week, there are going to be periods of time. The guardian angel card came out upside down, and often I don't read cards upside down, but this one told me that it was supposed to be. And so when I was looking at her dress, it was very opaly, similar to the seashells on my bracelet that Spirit told me to put on for the reading. And you have so many facets to you that you don't recognize, because it's easy for you to look and see one color of yourself or one type of potential, but you don't see the rainbow of other potentials. And so it's really important for you to take note of all of the things, because Spirit is by your side and helping you, but there's a particular hole that you're going to feel, either from a loved one who has passed over, or something really, really intense that you wish you had some help for. But the truth is, between your spirit guides that are there and you can get this challenge met. And it's important to have positive expectations, is the fairy card that came out on top of that one. And so you see that her eyes are closed. And so what's going to be really important is to see it differently. See it already resolved with your inside eyes. Ask your spirit guides, guards, and helpers to make it in congruence with your vision. And that's going to help a lot. So this is going to continue a little bit, and there's going to be some push and pull with this week. We're going to have the opportunity to go within and to really make a decision about which way, left or right, do you want to go with this decision? So it's like, as you move forward out of this winter season of rest and you think about the different things that you could do, it's going to be really important to ask Spirit to, how do I move forward with the greatest amount of ease? And so then the fairy laughter card came out, which I always get frustrated. And I was like, just because you can see all of the options doesn't give you permission to laugh at me for making it harder than it has to be. Just help me see it. And so definitely Spirit has a little bit of joy as they look, because they cannot help us because of our free will unless we ask for it. So it's going to be really important. So this kick up your heels card came up, but what I was drawn to is these different little island things that the unicorn is hopping to, and that a child could, like a little unicorn, is hopping on them just fine. So the answer is so simple that we definitely have it, and we've had this inside of us for a long time since we were children to make this decision or make this jump. But what we need to do is we need to ask Spirit so that we can see the path that we need to take, because it's something about, it's just not in our purview as an option. So it's going to be important to ask for an option. And it looks to me like the sign that we receive, angel card is the signs, is going to be in 3 steps. And so I was drawn to the 3 steps in the kick up your heels with a choo choo choo. And then also when I look at the new location card that came out with the signs card, 3 butterflies, 3 steps of the waterfall, 3, 3, 3 everywhere around. So the picture you're going to get, the impression you're going to get, is going to have 3 different steps to take. So ask your angels and your guides to help you see clearly the 3 steps that must be taken this week. And at the end of all of that, the last angel card that came up was Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is his name means the strength of God. And so he is here when we've got tough situations. But what I literally saw him do was standing there and just going, tink, like, this is all the help you need. So he is so strong and so powerful. The help that he brings, it is just done when we ask for it. So if we can ask Archangel Michael to be present with us through the week, help us see all the things that we need to see, and give us the strength in order to take the steps. Now, the other thing, and I didn't see till I was holding the card up because the sword was so much brighter, is the angel trumpet that he's blowing. So there's a message also coming from Michael for each one of us, and it's going to be important to take some quiet time to hear it, because initially I didn't connect those two in that fashion. I was looking at the tree behind her. It looks like it has been stripped of bark. So it seems like by the end of the week, sometimes when we do a detox process, we can feel a little vulnerable and raw, but that also is a good sign, because sometimes we keep too much garbage around us and inside of us just so that we don't feel as much, but the feeling is a good sign. And even when we're more vulnerable, that actually doesn't equate to vulnerability. We're just feeling more intensely. So be aware that that's going to happen this week. Ask for your angels to give you clear messages, that you see all 3 steps, that you give yourself time to look at it through the eyes of a child, that you hold positive expectations, and you speak kindly to yourself, because detoxing our thoughts is just as important as detoxing every other area of our body. So then I've got your angels for the week. And if you had angel number 1, you have Archangel Zadkiel. And Archangel Zadkiel is all about information. If you have a question, if you have a burning desire to know about why dinosaurs were killed off, or why Plato said this or such, or whatever it is, He is the angel of information. You can also ask him for help with your memory when you're studying for a test or something like that, or you feel like your memory isn't helping you out as much as it could. So memory and learning. So the thing is to keep in mind is sometimes when you pray for answers for your questions, you get a new question, because he was big and he was supposedly behind the Socratic method of Socrates. And one of the big things that causes us to really change how we think is by asking different questions. So one of the things he's quite famous for is replacing your question with an upgraded question that leads you to the answer, because a lot of times it's not the answer that we're seeking so much as we got to ask the right questions, and bam, you'll have the right answers. It's really fascinating how that can work. Archangel number 2, Archangel Jeremiah. And man, when I see him coming, sometimes I like, oh, not another life review. But we're heading into a Mercury retrograde, and every time we have a retrograde of anything, there's always a sense of going backwards. But what Archangel Jeremiah showed me was, at first I saw him carrying people. So what he's offering to do is to make it as gentle as possible through this review period. So you're going to be having this time where your mind just kind of drifts back to these other times, but if you ask Archangel Jeremiah to help you get through it with grace and ease and make it as easy as possible and help you see what you need to see with as much kindness as possible, this process doesn't have to be so painful this time around. So Archangel Jeremiah is offering to carry you if you have Archangel number 2. Now, if you have Archangel number 3, plot twist, we have Archangel Zadkiel again. So the first time it came up with teaching and learning, he's also associated with the divine tool of claircognizance. Now, or clairaudience, which is clear hearing. And so sometimes when that is starting up, you might hear bzzz in your ears. Sometimes it feels like radio static. And then sometimes just clear as bell. Now, the other thing that happens when your angels are speaking to you through the gift of clairaudience is you might be listening to a song on the radio and bam, there's one line that stands out to you. That's still your angels speaking to you with your message. And it could very well be that that is your threefold message. So keep in mind that if you have Archangel Zadkiel, you're going to be getting some help, if you ask for it, with getting questions answered, but also you're going to be hearing some of the responses. So he is kind of mysterious. It's kind of fun how bam, you just know things, or bam, you just hear things. I really thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate the likes on the channel. I'm setting the goal to be able to go live by June 1st. If I've got 50 followers, I can do that. So thank you so much for those who are sharing and liking the page. I am genuinely grateful. I appreciate that very much. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care, guys.